Good morning, good morning. Or good evening to those in India and across the world, but it's a great day because it's Saturday, it's raid weekend. Let me close my closet. Gotta close the closet before any dead bodies falls out. How's everyone today? Stepped fresh out of the closet? No. That's not me. The only person in my closet is the CC guy. He hasn't produced any updates and he's locked in there until he does. Alright, I'm gonna restart my iPad because that worked really well in the previous streams. And then we'll get going. Alright. BS peak is already good to go. Then we'll start at BS and then we'll do Send 19. Let's get this all set up. And I'm just gonna warn you, Spike, today you're gonna have to be nicer to me. Cause you know I have dirt on you. You know I have ammunition. I would be careful if I were you, Mr. Spike. You need to be walking a thin line here. Never mind. Okay. Alright, we'll go to Send 19 first then. Let's get the music on. Let's delete all of the incriminating tabs I had opened on my iPad before I screen share. And then make sure that all the files are scrubbed. And now we're good to go. You'll never catch me. You'll never catch me, chat. Please check 720 if mod dishes are possible. Sure. If this screen share will work. Also, is this Clash of Clans soccer collab, football collab? Is this a yearly thing now, or is it just because of the World Cup? Let's go to Send 19. Send how much for me to not spill the crimes you committed in Balloon Skies? Oh, Blackwing. Send's crimes at Balloon Skies are not crimes. He's above the law. You should know that by now. We live in a two-tier justice system where the people at the top, they can commit as many war crimes as possible, and then the people at the bottom, a minor infraction derails their life. Clan Capital really is a microcosm of the real world. It really teaches you what you should expect. Alright, let's do this. And that is all to say, I have never committed anything wrong at Balloon Skies. All my gameplay is perfect. After all, we are #1 in the world. Which means that we play perfectly, right? Alright. We used a lot more barbs than I was anticipating. I think there was a zap trap here that killed the barb that went down. I wasn't looking. I was dropping my frost. We have 5 barbs left. Could be an issue, but if we're careful, we can keep these minions alive. And 5 barbs is probably okay. That mortar is very annoying because it's an isolated chain. Well, 2 isolated chains, but there's not too much damage when we drop a frost on the blast bow and the peak. on the entry. The rocket artillery should be a little bit farther away. I wish I could kill that crusher in the air defenses to keep the minions alive a little bit longer, but we'll just try to get all the way left with these barbs. We might not even be able to get that Hog Rider successful. We'll see. Just trickle in L-Rams. Alright, giant punches down the mortar. Nice. Minions are avoiding the air defense, which is amazing. Sparky's outside of range of the rocket artillery. That is even better. We have a minute left. Time is a big problem if we're trying to kill the Inferno Tower, so we have to be a little quicker. Ooh, iDragon is in the Blast Moon dead zone there? I didn't even realize that. We rage here. I don't care about keeping Sparky alive for a couple more shots, so we'll hold on to the Zap in case we need it on the Inferno. We have a Ram and a Barb. We can use it for the air defense. Oh, iDragon. No, iDragon, why? Okay. iDragon will not get the cart, but I don't think we had enough time anyway, so this is pretty good. We have our spells perfectly placed. Ooh, iDragon gets the Tesla, that's even better. Son, you missed the Foons? Well, we're coming back. We're coming back for AI 3. Alright, so here we can minions here. We can probably Golem finish and then just Wizard Bomb on the peak. Nothing is shooting at my wizards if I tank with the Golem on the RA. Inferno Tower isn't a problem with it. It's on an island like this. There's not many buildings that the Golem has to get through while being hit by the Inferno, so we don't have to worry too much there. We could do Wizard finish as well. You pretty much got all the splash, so I think we'll actually go Wizards. Like Wizard Hogs. I know this triggers some PTSD in some people, but just trust that Sen knows what he's doing. Sounds like a plan. And then minions on the left. Hello, battles. Just for you. Just for you. The man is here. Alright, we're gonna do Graveyard here and here. Giant to tank the RA peak. 4 wizards. Once we're all good to go. Graveyards as troops start dying off. This Hog Rider isn't in, or this Bomb Tower isn't in range, so we'll hog it. Minions here. Graveyard. Hog here. Okay, we're being really sloppy. We got lock in. We're being like real sloppy. Okay, this is disgusting what I've done here. This is absolutely disgusting what I've done here. I don't want to talk about it. We'll just claim our 2-shot and move on. So the thing with graveyard spam is you can't be as conservative as I was. I was just like sprinkling hogs here and there. Your graveyards only spawn for around 80 skeletons, which is like a third of your army. So if you don't go fast enough, you just run out of skeletons, like I did. So I was just showing you guys what not to do. That should have been a pretty big overkill, but there's a couple more defenses than I was expecting. Golem was probably not a good idea there, though. Is that a lamp I see? Let's get the light out of the way. It looks kind of funny on the camera. Let's do this. Do it like that. I have my laundry over there that I have to put in my closet after the stream. So I just moved that aside a little bit. Alright, it looks like there's some defaults here. This isn't possible. Plan Assist Revengers. Wizard Valley looks pretty simple. They could want me to hit it, but I think you can just... Yeah, I can probably just use the default strat with an extra barrel in this Inferno. I think I got pinged by Sen 20. Or no, Sen 18. 18, 21, 20. Why do you keep playing raids? Isn't it boring? I still enjoy it. It's challenging. Sparky's still fun to me. Why do you play Clash of Clans, right? You can say that about just about anything in life. Let's do this. This is our standard approach. Some of these defense are a little bit lower level. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. Level 4 Dragon's a little bit more manageable. Let's go with this. BSB is open, alright. We'll get through some of the stream clans first. Saturday, there's always a bit of a queue. Alright. And I'll wait for the dragon to be on the top left. Cart is in a good position as well. Oh my gosh, we've taken so much damage, that's not good. Why is my Sparky dead? No! Well, at least she got everything she needed, and she walks towards the right, which means she avoids the blast bow a little bit longer. I think we have to actually barb this. Yeah, it looks like our barb skipped that trash hut. Okay. Well, Sparky took a lot of damage, but she did take a good path, and she's really good at killing trash buildings like this. Alright. Sparky gets that one last shot versus the cannon, and she'll get the air defense if there's not too many bombs, but it looks like there are quite a few bombs. No, not the log. Alright, so with our last few troops, we've basically used our barbs to check for any potential zap traps, bombs, or logs, so wizards should be safe over there, and then we can use our last barb to check for zap traps down here. There's one on the left side, but there isn't one here, I guess. Yeah, Spike knows he can't make me mad today. He knows what he's done at Balloon Skies. It was a Blackwing caliber attack. That should tell you all you need to know. It's like if I had the Epstein files on Donald Trump. He'd have to listen to everything I said. I have that kind of power over Spike this week. Alright, we're gonna archers the air defenses. This wall's annoying because it makes me feel like Wizard's gonna go towards the spear thrower. It wasn't that bad. You want me to pull it up, Spike? I got the receipts. I got the receipts right in front of me. We can evaluate as a community if it was that bad. I am so good with power. I'm the kind of person that you would trust with power. Give me a little bit of leverage, I'll extort someone for all they got. Alright, let's check for any small bombs. There could be small bombs here. I don't know if the Hog Riders would have pulled that. Okay, let's do that. Archers should be safe now. I'll barb topside, just get cleanup going. Okay, archers pull a bomb just before they leave. So we'll do this, Sparky, this. Alright. I should have put the Hog Riders in the Rage, huh? But it doesn't really matter. Sparky's only getting hit by the rocket artillery, which is a lot of damage, but she's able to get to the RA pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried. Giant pulls the Zap Trap. Wizards die to bombs. There's a lot of bombs over there. We have 7 barbs left. This should be enough, but we have to be careful if there's any zaps. Ooh. Okay. 5 barbs. Alright, there could be bombs here. Yeah, there could be. There are. And then we'll barb here for cleanup. Alright, very nice. If I was bullied for over a year for SV, it should be at least displayed here. Nah. Blackwing, you think we treat people equally here? Not how we do things here. There's a hierarchy to our society. Think of it like the Indian caste system. Like I'm at the very top over here. Like I'm a god. I'm the human who's wealthy, well connected, well endowed. And then there's Spike. He's like a craftsman. He's like an artisan. And then Blackwing, you're the cow at the very bottom. I think that's an apt analogy. Alright, let's go to Sen. 21. Alright, we're gonna do... Am I in the right clan? I should start checking if I'm in the right clan before I always mess it up. Alright, looks like I am. We got Sen doing Indian racism before GTA 6. I just know Blackwing is Indian, so I have to come up with Indian analogies. American ones won't work. He needs to understand his place in the context of Indian society. Alright, let's go Sparky left side. There's a lot of buildings here where you can't wizard chain. Right side's a bit more of a shallow approach, but you might be able to get a wizard bomb first hit. Actually, you can. Ooh, it's either Sparky left or wizard bomb first hit. And I think it's gonna come down to whether I think I can successfully Sparky over here on the left, which might not be possible. Let me look. Yeah, we'll try to Sparky left. Eye Dragon here. Probably just do an early rage. Maybe even do another Eye Dragon. Minions left as well. Rams this. Let's go. Did American ever have a caste system? Sort of. It was, our caste system was, and it still exists actually, we still have our caste system. It's basically how light your skin color is. So at the very top we have like the whites, the very light skin colors, and then you go a little bit lower and you have like the yellow skin people, the Hispanics. Now, the Hispanics in the past year, they've been going down in stock. So there have been a couple of recent balance patches to the American caste system. Honestly, the Latinos, they might have been downgraded below the blacks, but like at the very bottom of our caste system, we have the blacks. That sounds horrible. Like if you commit a crime and you're at the top of the caste system, usually the judge will just slap you on the wrist. But if you commit even like a $10 shoplift and you're at the bottom of the caste system, you're getting life, if not executed. And then at the very tippity top, we have the rich white people. Those people, like you can do horrid things to children, and you're still good, you know. So yes, we have our own caste system. It's more cultured and more complex, but it's there. Alright, we're gonna eye dragon down the blast bow. A Tesla actually popped. Maybe we could have. Wait, why is there a fast forward button? Oh my god, wait, what? Since when was that there? Did they add a fast forward button to Clash of Clans? What? I've never seen that. Alright. Not the best, but we can take this. I guess all Chinese people are white. Nah. We're not at the top of the caste system. When we try to apply to college, the Ivy Leagues, they're trained to dock us a couple of SAT points from our application. So we're not quite at the very top. Alright. But I'm different, you know? Like, I might not be at the top of the caste system in terms of skin color, but I'm the #1 clan capital player, which means I have access to many perks and many benefits. When I walk into rooms, people respect me, you know what I mean? And that isn't really based on skin color, but rather the product of my genius and hard work. In other words, it's very well deserved. Alright, this is gonna be hard finish. This is a hard finish. Are we supposed to go Graveyard Hogs again? Man, all these wizard chains are just air defense. That sucks. You can eye dragon bottom side for the bomb towers. And then bring like 3 packs of archers. Yeah, we're gonna have to go Graveyard Wizard Hogs, which... Once again, it didn't go good at the start, but maybe it'll go good now. You never know. You don't really have a choice here. Not really much of a choice here. The global chat for Clan Capital? Wait, there's a global chat Clan Capital? Is it family friendly? I would assume that it is. Everything Clash of Clans is family friendly. Okay, after this attack, I'm gonna pull up something actually. Cause I was actually trying to change my Balloon Skies clan description to have my live stream times on it. And then it censored the word live stream. So like they are, I don't know why they would even do that, but like they are overly family friendly in Clash of Clans. Oh no. Oh no, it's over. Yeah, this is hard. Yeah, this is not what we wanted to see. Tough base. It looks deceptively easy when it has a lot of wizard chains, but all the wizard chains were just air defenses. That sucks. Darn it. Wait, why do I have a fast forward button here? I had a fast forward button last attack, but not here. Why is that the case? How does it work? No, this ain't push-ups, not even close. I guess we probably should have gone Wizard Bomb first hit. It was a decision though. Alright. Like, I can pull up Balloon Skies. Like, I was trying to change my description to have live stream in it. Like, you'll see here. This is a banned word for some reason. Oh, wait, it's not banned now. What? Huh. It was this morning. Alright. We'll change it up after the stream. Maybe it was only banned on my phone. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Alright, let's go to Balloon Skies. Let's just do the peak here before we move on. It only pops up in the last 1 minute of attack. Read my messages. Goddamn it, okay. But like, that's pointless, right? Like, it should pop up once you've deployed all your troops, not last minute of attacks. I think they've implemented that poorly, if that's the case. Alright, we can do an early Rage Frost here. This dragon's gonna be toxic, but I think we can manage it. We might need a barrel here. Do we need a barrel? We'll bring a barrel. I don't normally bring barrels for eye dragon kills, but there are a lot of air defenses here, so the eye dragon might need some help. Minions makes a lot of sense to split here. Go with this. Sen still judges people by CC rank and rank another that he is racist AF. I know he also separates his... Judging people by their clan capital rank is not racism. Racism is judging people by their innate characteristics. Your clan capital rank is a product of your hard work, grind set, and your worth as a human being. Very different, very different. When COC introduced World Championship that people take seriously, then people like Sen would be at the bottom. That wouldn't happen. That would never happen. Alright, we can barb here. And let's start over on these. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, wait. There are going to be a lot of traps here. Let's just rage on this multi-cannon. Oh my god. Ow! At least the Eye Dragon was raged up. But this is looking like a Sen rage right now. Oh no, Sparky, why? That's not my fault. I swear, Your Honor, that one's not me. Your Honor, that rage wasn't my fault. I couldn't have done anything about that. Alright, we can drop Sparky back into the rage on the giant cannon, and then it'll hopefully go right towards the cannon. Get a 4 chain there. I think we're still looking okay. But man, our second attack is gonna have to be clean. Crisp clean. And I think we'll just use our last 2 barbs to just maybe get the spear thrower if the Tesla's not in range. No, the Tesla's in range. We got all the trash buildings down south. I think we're still looking okay. Maybe we could have just done it on the barbs over there, but we soften up the spear thrower. We'll Sparky into the rage. 8k finish. We have a pretty big wizard bomb. It'll be an interesting finish. Sen is still trying to recreate the legendary rage. You know, this was a pretty good rage, but it wasn't legendary. We still got a couple of rage shots with Sparky. And the fact that the walls were open meant that the Rams couldn't open all the walls I needed to. And that sent Sparky in the wrong direction. In the clan capital, having open walls is actually very annoying to deal with for attackers. So we'll go with Sparky, like I said. I really hope that Sparky can kill the giant post as well as the cart post off of Sparky raid chains, because otherwise we might be in trouble. And we're gonna have to do a wizard bomb, or we can do double eye dragon. No, wizard bomb makes more sense. Or it doesn't make more sense. Yeah, wizard bomb makes too much sense here. Sparky. We're bringing more giants here because our Rams don't necessarily always go forward anymore. Some of them still do, for sure, but let's go with this. Unemployed ass. Like, I am employed. Monday through Thursdays, I work all days. Alright, we'll just drop the frost on all these defenses to try to make the wizard bomb a little bit easier. Oh, ouch. Please, please, giants die. Die, 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 die. No, the cart didn't die, though. Oh, wait, the cart now dies, though. Okay. Wait, does the cart get splashed? No, it doesn't. All right. got a barb here. Okay, this went pretty well. The wizards were kind of useless, but Sparky was able to take out the peak very nicely. And we have plenty of rams to tank for Sparky on the last few defenses. Is this a classic Send W? I think it's a classic Send W. Alright, we're gonna drop our last ram to try to clean up some of these buildings. And one for the cannon. Send. Why don't PDFs focus on midget people? Like, okay, man, you didn't have to drag me into that. You know what? I'm removing that. For Sparky, how do you know whether to use Rage versus Haste and the balance of Giants, Barbs, and Rams? So I can go through a quick example. So first attack, there's a lot of closed walls. A lot of single target damage. This means I'm going to use a ton of Rams to open up the walls, and Rams are better for tanking when you can use them. If the Rams can't be used, like on the second attack, all of these walls are now open, so I don't know if the Rams go forward. Actually, this first Ram even went towards this right over here. When the Rams don't go forward to tank for Sparky, then you'll go Giants. Then you'll go more Barbs. So the answer is Rams until proven otherwise. Rough clan. Oh wait, this is Balloon Skies, darn it. We got it, Goblin Mines though. Alright, I just did Send 18. Alright, time to do Send 20. I said rough clan like it wasn't my problem. Oh no. Am I in the right clan? Probably. Victorious X. Builder's Workshop. This one is maybe doable. It's level 4. We start with Sparky on this air bombs. We want to chip down this cannon. Sparky go to the left. Graveyards. Probably just around the blast bow. Hog Rider on this cannon to sneak into the blast bow. Do you ever bring an Eye Dragon for the District Hall? Probably not. Bars makes more sense. Maybe one giant and more barbs. Because we have to chip down a lot of buildings to not time failure. This part's nasty. Maybe even another Hog Rider makes sense. Yeah, another Hog Rider makes sense. Small size adults are midgets. Yes, but I don't see how that's relevant to me. I'm a perfectly normal sized American man, alright? 5'9" is normal. Perfectly respectable height. Alright. So we spent a lot of barbs at the start, but it will save us a lot of time in the long run. Alright. Double zap pull, nice. We'll do one graveyard here. I put them across the wall so that the Larrys don't get splashed together. Hopefully they'll spawn on different sides of the walls. The giant cannon can't take all of them out. Now we'll graveyard here. We've already lost quite a bit of troops, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to trigger the graveyards fully, but we barb chip down the air bombs, Hog Rider down, the cannon. Barbs to continuously assist. Ram and then a giant to follow. Let's Barb here, actually. To try to take out the District Hall. I think an Eye Dragon would have been good. I said an Eye Dragon might be good on the District Hall. It probably was. Ooh, that zap is not good. Okay. Hog Rider, did you really have to take that path? Oh, If we get the Spear Thrower with the Hog Rider, I think we're in the clear. Okay. Fast forward. Okay, wait, that's too fast. That's too fast. Okay, I'm gonna be playing around with this. I think I just wait, I think the Larrys might tank a little bit for the multi-cannon, and then we let Sparky take it out. Alright. Go, Sparky, fast. Okay, this is trippy. This is trippy. Are we good? Think we are? Yo, this is trippy. I'm not used to having a fast forward button in the attack. Sen's only 5'9" because he wears high heel shoes. Not true, fake news. He's 5'9" in the way everyone measures it. That sounded so wrong. I should stop talking. Alright, let's go with Sparky on the right side, probably. Barrel over top here. I'm wondering, do guys wear any kinds of shoes to make them look taller? Like, women have high heels to make them taller, but I don't know any shoes for guys that does the same for them. Which is kind of weird because in the dating scene, women benefit from being shorter, but then they wear high heels, but guys benefit from being taller, and I don't think they wear any kinds of shoes to boost their height, right? Unless I'm tripping. Alright, we gotta do this. Maybe Eye Dragon middle. This is gonna be a hard base. Like cowboy boots? I have never seen a guy walk into a date with cowboy boots, unless it's like a southern bar. Like a movie scene from a southern bar. Maybe that's where they do that. I did not get a fast Sparky in either of my hits. That's sad. That might be the killer blow. Alright, let's drop Ram here. I have to use this barrel for the second Inferno. Because I need these barrel pops to damage this thing. Not the first one. Saves a little bit of time, I think. Some frat guys down here wear boots to bars and dates. But I don't think that raises your height very much. Like the high heels, they have like that little stool underneath the heel. I don't know what that part's called. Is that called the high heel? Anyways, whatever that is, it raises the shoe by like a good 2 inches or more. Okay, I completely forgot to drop my graveyards. Maybe it won't matter. Eye Dragon. At least the Eye Dragon was smart. I don't know if it's good. Looks pretty decent. He's flying unimpeded. Took out a Tesla. Tanks a little bit. Gets the cannon too? Okay. Alright, we have 2 Rams. I can't use anything to tank for the Sparky, even though she's red. I think we have to barb down this spear, actually. Maybe I was a little bit late. Ooh, that might cost me. Please. Sparky, please. Please. I think we got him. We got him, boys. We got him. Tomorrow's Father's Day. Oh, are you doing anything special for Father's Day, Jay Gary? Or wait, should I be asking the father if they're doing anything special? I guess I should be asking, are you doing anything special for your father? Hopefully your children do something for you, even though, like I said before, at my house, we don't really celebrate Mother's Day and Father Day. Partly because their birthdays are like right around this time. Like my mother's birthday is in April, and then my father's birthday is in May, and then Mother and Father's Day is like one month afterwards. So it kind of overlaps. But to any fathers out there, hope you guys have a good time if you're gonna go out to eat or if you're doing anything special. Maybe that will be me someday, but not today. I'm too busy on the grind set. The Clan Capital grind set. Alright, this is probably, I'll leave it to them. Doesn't look that hard, but wait, they left it to me. Guess we'll try the other ones. Alright, you start Sparky here. Double Graveyard. Hog Rider. Eye Dragon, Hog Rider, Eye Dragon, this. Just relaxing. That's the best way to spend those holidays. I wish they were just on the weekdays so I could just take weekdays off and be like, oh, I'm taking Father's Day off. I need to celebrate my my non-existent children and spend lunch with them. Let's go barrel here, probably. Alright, this looks like a plan. Keep going till we fail. That's a very nice 5 Sparky chain, which is why I wanted to start up here. Alright, Barb chips down the Tesla, great. Now we can graveyard here. Barb chip down those buildings, Zap gets pulled there, Hog Rider here. Ooh, that Hog Glider survived on 1 HP before making it on top of that multi-cannon. Eye Dragon makes it. Okay, this is going so well. This has been so clean. He says as he's about to 750. Okay, let's drop down a Barb to try to chip down the District Hall. Ooh, that Ram goes there. Okay, but the Hog Rider tanks a little bit. Barrel here. They moved the rocket artillery down, so the barrel is actually safe. I have to ram open this wall just so I can let Sparky directly target this this rocket artillery. Those barbs also tank like 3 rocket shells. That's insane. Rams are so busted. All right, I think we got it. Let's barb down this cannon. Very clean, very clean. We even have the fast forward button to get Sparky into the backside. Wait, does anyone want to play this game at 4x speed? You can actually drop down troops. I didn't realize. Okay. This new fast forward feature. It's cooking. Alright, what about this base though? You can 4-zap here. I don't think, yeah, this one's not possible. All right, let's go over to Sen 19. Sen, what's my favorite cartoon? Does anime count? Apo Diary. Yeah, where's the art? You made so many promises. Yeah, I have to get back on the art grind. I'm gonna be honest. I just got a little burnout. But I did say it was a New Year's resolution, and those things don't last very long. It lasted a couple of months longer than my normal New Year's resolutions do. But yes, I do absolutely need to get back on it. It's just that I'm drawing a part of the manga that is very slow. So it's hard to keep motivated. But I shouldn't say that. Lock in, Sen. Let's drop a golem on this base and call it a day. Unless I think Sparky is usable here. Maybe Sparky's usable? Yeah, maybe Sparky's usable. I just hate that there's an Inferno Tower in the middle there. Unless I want to frost that Inferno Tower. No, I don't want to. I haven't seen Apo Diary Season 2. So Apo Diary Season 2 actually goes past the manga. So I no longer have all the spoilers. I'm on my own on that series. Let's go with this. But that is a must watch. I haven't watched much anime lately. I haven't watched like any anime lately. But that one's a must. Okay, so they put all their bombs on the outside, but we split archers. Well, I guess if you put all of your traps, then the split archers will die. They pulled like 5 traps. That is the life of a split archer. Haste here. Sen, can you take Max GM and BS? I promise someone they can watch you fail one on today's stream. I was gonna let Sparky beat through the wall here, but now that Tesla pops, that changes the equation. Oh wait, there's another Tesla. Zap gets pulled by the barb. So we got both Teslas and another Zap from that barb. Okay. Man, this is weird. At least the cart gets chained once. If he gets chained twice on that Crusher, is amazing for me. Sweet. Okay. Multitasking is not easy, but we had to do it for the sake of time. Spark here. Hopefully Sparky gets outside of range of the Inferno on her own. She doesn't, ouch. Spark chip down the giant cannon while we're here. We got the dragon kill on the left side as well. Larry's are going to clean up some trash. I think this was better than Golem would have gotten. We even got both of those Teslas. Eye Dragon is successful on the left side. So yeah, pretty happy with this. But maybe we should have still gone Golem. Still going to be a hard finish. We'll see. Sen, let your dog attack again. He's downstairs sleeping, alright? He's sleeping all day, every day. Missed an opportunity to send 25 archers 0%. I'm not going to defense farm for clans that aren't even on this stream. Brilliant Cristiano Ronaldo 7 doesn't deserve it. Have you seen what CR7 has been doing at the World Cup? You think he deserves to get extra raid medals? I have to make sure this peak gets 2 shots so they lose as many raid medals as possible. Alright, let's go with the Sparky on this air defense. No, you have to Golem. Frost here, Hog Rider on this Inferno. Alright, we have to barb down this hut first. Eye Dragon for the peak at the end. Wait, maybe you go like double Eye Dragon? So let's look at this. Let's try this. What do I think of this new goated Clan Capital update? Well, what are the things that they added? So they added a useless treasury, and then they added the fast forward button. I don't know about the fast forward button. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, but the update itself with the treasury seems like complete crap. Alright, we can cross here. Yeah, we're pulling every single zap here. So overall, not great. If you take a holistic view of things. Oh my god, are you serious? The mortar stopped the Hog Riders from doing their job. Okay, we're cooked. Oh no! No! Why, Golem, why did you take this pathing? Oh my... Maybe we should have gone Golem both hits and just see what happened. Sparky was hard to make work, but Golem was hard as well. That's what she said. Alright. We go next. I couldn't deny CR7 his capital metals. 720, okay. I feel like aiming the frost spell is so random. When it feels like it's gonna freeze the defense and sometimes not. Okay, so that's something that a lot of people had to learn when they first got into Clan Capital. Frost spell works by hitting the center of the building. So you can technically do the math and do like Pythagorean theorem to figure out where to drop the frost spells, or with enough experience you know where. So like for example, this blast bow, you have to cover the tile in the very center, which is 2 tiles in either direction, whereas the peak, it's 6 by 6, so you have to cover the tile in the center, which is 3 tiles in on either way. It isn't random, and you can mathematically calculate which frosts are doable and which ones are hard to do. But a lot of people messed that up when the frost spell got buffed and people started to use it. Right, let's do this. It's all just math. Meth. Alright, we minions down here. Think you want a barrel on this rocket artillery? No, I just want to barb it. Sparky here. This is definitely Sparky, right? Or is it? Might not be, actually. Let's give Golem a shot. Minions left, minions right. Frost here. Do this. All right. They should do a 50 mountain golem event in Home Village. They already have that in the Root Rider, right? Okay, Tesla pops. That's free for the Mighty Mountain Golem, and then we can do minions on the right side once the Golem takes the deployment zone over there. Now let's get over here to this rocket artillery. Okay, so there was a zap there. Surely they wouldn't put a second zap here, though. They're better people than that. Barb's doing good. Let's just kill this trash building to make the second attack dragon kill easier, or we can skip the dragon altogether. We'll decide then. And now we'll use our frost here. So I don't have to do the calculations on frost because I know what frosts are possible. So we can just drop a frost here and it'll hit all 3 of those major defenses. With enough experience, frost becomes second nature. Alright, maybe Golem. Maybe Golem was not the play. Alright, fast forward. Oh my gosh, that's a fast Golem. I think Golem was okay here. The one annoying part is just this blast bow section that's being covered by the cannon. We can frost here. Either it's a Sparky or just another Golem. Which one is it? Something tells me Sparky's a little bit better. Because we have an extra spell that we can use as a rage. So we can do Sparky this. We could also just use another Frost for the Blast Bow and then try to leave Sparky to take out everything on her own without a rage. I think that's not bad. I'll have to decide on that one though. Let's see what the army looks like first. Let's go with this. I think it's good. Because the Sparky can chain the Inferno Tower off of the Blast Bow, which is why I think Sparky is good here. Sen, do I like cold pizza? I think the only reason people eat cold pizza is they're too lazy to throw it in a microwave. But it's so much better to have it hot. Like the hot cheese is way better than the cold cheese. People who eat cold pizzas, they just need to... Oh, no, I should have dropped it. Should have reacted to that zap instead of talk about cold pizza. But cold pizza is just worse than hot pizza. Changed my mind. And the only reason why people have it is because they're too lazy to walk 10 steps to the microwave in their kitchen. Surely that zap trap won't bite me in the butt. How are we looking? Ouch. We'll have to get hit by one more peak shell. Think we're good though? Okay, iDragon survives. That's pretty critical here. And there could be a zap in front of that cart, so... Yep, okay. Nice. Alright, works out in the end. Who said prepare for 750 and push-ups? Crops, crops, crops. You should know by now. How long have you been around this stream? Sen doesn't fail his attacks. And definitely not against peak. And definitely not getting 750 bonus gold afterwards. You know, humans have the ability to inference or infer what's going to happen in the future based on what happened in the past. So you would think at this point, Crops, that you'd understand that Sen is a flawless attacker, a clan capital god who deserves all the respect here, but man, some people just don't learn. Some people just don't learn. Fun fact, I've never had a pizza in your life. That has to be a lie. Crops. Do they have something similar to pizza in India, or is it like something that people just don't have over there? Wait, the cheese from a pizza comes from cows. Are pizzas banned in India or like the Hindu religion? Is that why? Did I do Sun 19? Let me check before I go to Balloon Skies. I think I did. Oh, this looks interesting. These are interesting bases. Let's try Builder's Workshop. Do a double Sparky graveyard like the old times. I actually use a lot of double Sparky on my own when I'm force quitting. It's a very good strat to force quit, but it's not good for one-shotting bases like this one. Maybe one of these days I'll show you guys the behind the scenes of Balloon Skies. The exciting 10x minor force quits and the riveting Sparky graveyard haste attacks. Let's try this. So this space might be one-shottable, but what makes it a little bit hard is this Blast Bow. You can't Eye Dragon it, but you can Hog Rider it. Not too many reasons for barbs, so we'll do this. Let's go. Let's go here. That's one slow barb. I hope that means I have a fast Sparky to make up for it. But yeah, these Sparky chains are really fat. Like your mom. I'm sorry, that wasn't called for. It's not Mother's Day, so I can still make those jokes. Your dad jokes are off limits today, but not your mom jokes. Bro, this is such a slow Sparky. Are you serious? Like your mom. I'm a comedic genius. That timing, that delivery, that wit. All right, let's drop our next graveyard here. Barb here to finish off this Blast Bow. Ooh, wait. Teslas are on that Blast Bow. If there's 5 Teslas there, that's insane. That's insanely good for me. Alright, let's not drop down our Hog Rider yet. Let's make sure the Teslas are gone, and then we can drop down the Hog Rider. So that they can live and prosper on that Blast Bow. Okay, and now we can drop nothing because that multi-cannon is low. We don't want to cancel that Sparky chain. We can drop our giant here to tank the giant cannons. Barb here to tank the giant cannon afterwards, as well as try to chip it down. Barb on this spear thrower. Oh no, we're running out of time. No! No! Alright, another barb here. No! We don't have enough time! Who did this with their last few buildings? If only we had a fast Sparky. Oh no, oh no. They put zaps around the district hall too, which kills my barbs. I shouldn't have talked shit to Crops. Crops is always right, I should have known. Ah. I should have known. Sen getting his humor leveled up feels like an achievement, even though he is hiding his true self, which is almost as bad as Einstein. The only thing he is not out there in the streets is because of CC. What is bro cooking? What is bro cooking? Alright, the rest of these probably aren't durable. What about this Balloon Lagoon? Hum. If you do triple barrel here, there's not any traps, right? Chat, do you promise that if I go triple barrel here, there's no traps? Oh, but then there's isolated Janet. That's not possible. Let's go to Blinn Skies. Let's make our stream title not clickbait and actually play in our own clan. Alright, I've been told... Spike, where is he? Bring him back here. He was talking shit about me. Saying I was gonna fail Goblin Mines. Look how the turntables turned. I believe that's what they call in the business karma. Karmic justice, they say. I think you can pretty comfortably just go golem here. Yeah, I don't want to really risk any... Nah, you have to go miner here. The day CC gets removed from COC, bro might be a bigger and better version. Do you really think Clan Capital is the only thing that's keeping me away from being a criminal, Crops? Think about what you're saying here. An upstanding Asian gentleman. That's me. Wouldn't just turn to a life of crime just because he loses his beloved. Just think about what you're saying, Crops. Does it even make sense? But then again, it's Crops. Why am I asking him to make sense? Why am I asking the person who doesn't eat pizza his opinion like it matters? You know, I think even though this stream is a functioning democracy where everyone's opinion is respected, I think we can just disregard Crops' opinion because he doesn't eat pizza. Alright, this dragon now! Okay, we're good. Not criminal, global icon. That's true. That's true. I don't think Epstein was ever formally declared guilty, right? Maybe it's all just a misunderstanding. Maybe all of this blacking out files, hiding names, maybe we're missing something critical here. There has to be an explanation. Alright, let's go triple graveyard, Sparky. Some Rams. Couple of Giants. Let's go. Sen acting like if I visit his slaughterhouse, he'll be baptized in a higher caste. There's no slaughterhouse. Although I do store the clan capital guy in my closet over there. He hasn't seen the light of day in about 4 years since the last time he released clan capital goblin mines. Alright, graveyard's here. But that's not a slaughterhouse either, it's just an alternate form of living. W water, stay hydrated. Yeah. I'm being a bit more careful now. I used to go my entire streams without drinking water. But now, because I'm like a teeny tiny bit sick these days, I have started drinking some more water and it's pretty good. I know you guys didn't know this until you started coming onto this stream, but water is good for you, chat. W hydration. Okay, wait, this is sloppy. What am I doing here? Alright, it should be good. I wish they could just give you the fast forward button. Wait, is there a setting that you can turn on the fast forward button the entire attack? Has anyone tried playing Clash of Clans at 4x speed? Like since the very beginning? Like what's the hardest attack in Home Village? Sparky's probably the hardest attack in Clan Capital, and that's probably impossible to play at 4x. I wonder if Home Village has anything that's very mechanical. Alright, I'll do this. Let me look at the peak. Yeah, I'll do this peak and then I'll go over to Cent 12. I think I forgot to do that one. Common Civex. I don't know what that means. Let's drop Sparky here at the start. This is a really compact base, which makes it seem very easy, but these bases are still kind of tricky to make work. And if you can go all the way around to kill the dragon, that is ideal. That is the ideal dream scenario. I'm guessing there might be a Tesla here. But even still, we'll start from the bottom here. And I will say, a lot of people ask me how I choose which angle to enter bases from when it looks symmetrical. A base like this, it looks like everything's the same on the left and the right, but it's absolutely not the same. Because first of all, there might not be a Tesla here, but second of all, around the blast boat, you have two buildings that are touching on the right side. So Sparky can chain them from the left, whereas if you come in from the right side, you don't get this nice Sparky chain. So left side's much better here. I think the right side's better to try to get the cart kill because the cart's a little bit further, but we'll take this. We'll go from the left and then try from there. Clan Capital is a thinking man's game. Only the highly intelligent of our species can thrive in this harsh game mode. Alright, let's do a frost, like, you can't hit the blast, well you can't, so you can hit the blast bow rocket artillery, but that's a 4x3 in between an odd and even structure, so that is the hardest possible frost, so we're not even gonna go for that. Let's just freeze the giant cannon. And then we'll let Sparky be through the next layer of wall. Wait. So there's a gate open here, which is why the cart was trying to walk all the way over to try to hit these barbs. The first in Italy. So I do the stream clan setup through my Discord server. So I won't be joining any clans I haven't already arranged. Okay, so yeah, there was a Tesla like I thought, but I still like coming from this angle. This Tesla isn't chainable off the blast bow. It's one tile away. I think this rage is good. Oh, Sparky, please get the Inferno Tower too. Yes! Okay, the rage might not cover wizards on the peak, but it did its job. Alright, now we have a ton of troops to try to kill the dragon. And the reason I brought this many barbs is because of that dragon. There's a lot of defenses in the way that are covering the trash huts, so we're gonna need extra barbarians. And we'll use a ram here just to clean up some of that trash over there. We killed one Tesla here, and I'm guessing there's two Teslas on the base. The other Tesla is gonna be over here. There's only two 2x2 gaps inside the space. So that's good. And we have our spells down pretty good for a wizard bomb, although do have to be a little bit careful about those big defenses. The mortars are wizard chainable as well, so they won't cause too many issues. Okay, we need to be a little bit faster. Barbarians, you guys are slow. We have 5 barbs, that should be enough. And yeah, this is why we needed so many, because the cannons and the spear throwers are blocking the way, and the blast bow now. Okay. Alright, nice. We can use our last couple of barbarians up here. Zap to get some more trash. And yeah, we reached 51%, so the Tesla popped as well. To confirm our suspicions. Fast forward. I know it isn't meta. Air spam is more meta. What are you asking? Does Sparky take more skills than Fireball or Rocket League in Home Village? Probably. Sparky has... So, I stopped playing Home Village in Town Hall 16, but I'll say Sparky's the hardest troop in Clan Capital's history to use. Like, I used Lalo back in the day, which was considered the hardest strategy, but that didn't compare to Sparky these days. It has absolutely the highest learning curve, because the difference between being good at Sparky versus very good at Sparky results in a lot more one-shots. So not only is it the hardest troop to learn, but it's the most rewarding in terms of increased performance. Alright, let's Sparky finish here. Giant to tank, rocket artillery, hog rider, wizards. Frost here. Hopefully the wizards are in the rage. I think they might be. Let's just assume they are, or we'll just drop our other rage. We've killed a lot of the trash huts, and so we don't need too many bars for cleanup, but we do need a couple of bars for this last giant post. I think we're good though. Let's do this. What's the home village meta these days? I thought it was like a bunch of people spamming dragons and totem spells. But I could just be out of touch completely. Alright, so let's first try to pull the aggro of the peak. Wait a little bit before dropping the Sparky. The wizards are in the rage. That's amazing. The peak didn't even get its first shell off, and it's not going to get the second shell off with that sap. Sporky is cooking. And then we can just barb on this hut over here. It'll slowly work its way around. We have a rage spell for the giant section. So the only buildings left on the base that aren't one-shots from Sparky are these air bombs, wizard tower, bomb tower on the left and right, as well as the Tesla multi-cannon giant. Okay, that barb just pulled a zap for me. It's alright. One of the best things to rage chain are the enemy giants. Anyone who's played Sparky of Rage versus Barbarian can attest to that as a fact. Oh, they're coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh no. One of them didn't get in the rage chain. Also, that's what she said. Before anyone asks. Alright, let's go with a couple more rams to tank these last few defenses. Rage Barb should take out that giant pretty easily. Barb on the top side for cleanup. Last ram completely fails to tank the cannon. Let's go. So it does require a lot of attention. What attacks don't require attention, though? I think every attack, besides minor spamming clan capital, requires some amount of attention. Hot take, but Barge is the hardest strat in Home Village at Town Hall 18. You mean like the regular Barbs and regular Archers, not like Super Barch? Well, yeah, obviously. I think the hardest strat would be all wall breakers, right? That would be the hardest strat. I tried to FB in Legend 1 mode, it's way too cruel. Feels like too many things need attention. I will say Fireball is harder to use in a mode like Legends League where you have a little time to plan. Is this Balloon Skies? What about these bases? No, that's not good. Oh, no. Balloon Sky's getting cooked again this week. We are having 2 weeks of horrid matchmaking. Alright, let's go over to Sen 12 to take our minds off of the sadness that is Balloon Skies. Home Village is easy, even in Legends 1. Is Legends 1 the highest league? I thought they had the new league system where they have like the dragon icons and like they've redesigned the whole thing. This is not wizard chainable on the peak, which kind of sucks. This is a hard base. Just because you can't get a wizard bomb first hit, and if you don't get the wizard bomb first hit, it is trouble. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do this. Dragon to kill. Chat. No, I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking maybe I was gonna go double Sparky. Oh jeez. It's kind of dusty in my room. I was thinking I was gonna go double Sparky, but nah, it seems really stupid. That sounds like a stupid idea that Croft would come up with. Let's do this. Bring some more giants than usual. Let's go with this. Crops, I'm not letting that message through. Is it true that everything that you store to Capital Hall gets removed with new CC update? I believe that's how it works. So I think the only perk of this new update is that people's levels can raise, which is the most useless thing ever. Welcome to Clan Capital. Enjoy your stay. Very tight frost, but I figured that was doable. And we miss it. Sad. And there's a bomb. You know, some of those, there's days like this where everything goes wrong. And this is one of those days. Rage. Oh, that's a legendary center rage. Oh no. I think we're gonna say this attack didn't happen. Can we agree, chat, that this attack absolutely didn't happen? Oh, we even get the fast forward button. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have had to stew in my shame. You know, I thought this new Clan Capital update was a joke. It's not a joke. This new fast forward button, it lets you fast forward when you grief your attack. That is wonderful. Change my mind. I change my mind. Supercell, I apologize. I didn't understand what this feature was for, and now I do. Okay, let's go Sparking Star on this air bombs? Man, this air bombs, if this air bombs wasn't here, I could start sparking on this air defense, it'd be so much cleaner. Alright, let's still try this. Let's do this. We have to kill that air bombs to make our chains good. Which is costly, but we have to, it's a cost we'll have to absorb. And we'll minions at the end in case we are actually able to get this, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But when the base is hard, I get harder. Alright, let's drop down a frost here. You have to drop all these bombs here. Like that's uncalled for, really. If there's a small bomb in front of that air bombs, I'm gonna flip. Okay, good. No! Alright. The blast bow took out the archers, that's sad. Okay. I think I just didn't get enough that first hit. Second hit was okay, but there's now too many isolated defenses. Sparky can't deal with this. Yeah, tough. Tough. Tough miss. Rip. Ripperoo. We cannot let that slide. Let what slide? Send into your mom's DMs. Got him. Alright, let's go back to Bloom Skies. We're gonna pretend this one didn't happen and we will move on. Sen needs to get laid to start using sexual words. You know, this is a PG stream. This is the kind of stream that you put on with your family. You have your kids watch it after they finish SpongeBob and Barney. We don't use sexual words like that. We don't talk about inappropriate topics. This is a for all ages kind of stream. A timeless classic. The Sen Raid Weekend streams. "10x Miners, 2 Frosts, Zap, Force Quit." Could you imagine spending your Saturday evening or morning, wherever you're from, in any other way? I couldn't either. Why is he insulting everyone's mothers today? Well, that's because tomorrow's Father's Day. So we have to put down the mothers to boost the fathers. That made a lot of sense in my head. Alright, let's do Double Frost and finish this up. Sen while going down. Should I Sparky with my dick? If you said that to a girl, would she get turned on? And has anyone tried that here? Does that arouse the female spirit? Just asking for a friend. That's not how Father's Day works. Sure it is. You just don't know it yet. I think Clan Capital references. That's how we'll save the declining birth rate around the world. If you ask a woman to Sparky her with your Clan Capital diggers, I think our world's population crisis will fix itself overnight. An absolute line. It probably works even better if they don't even play Clan Capital. Just please test that out for me, chat, and let me know how that goes. Overpopulation crisis. Yeah, don't use lines like that just all willy-nilly. You have to be more deliberate about how you use such powerful language. And people say words can't kill. Well, they just play CC on weekends instead of reproducing. Listen. We are moving into a world where AI is taking everyone's jobs, and your self-worth is determined by how highly you rank on the CC leaderboard. So, being pregnant, going to war, those are not excuses. Working a job, those are not excuses to skip your weekend grind. Because if you don't do it now, you will fall behind. When Elon Musk launches his data centers in space, if you're not already a master at miners and Sparky, this world won't have a place for you. So I don't want to hear any excuses. By the way, has anyone invested into the SpaceX IPO? Is anyone here an Elon Musk bag holder? Why don't you use the 4X button now instead of closing the game? Well, you have to play for 2 full minutes before you can use that, right? Like, it only comes in the last minute of the attack. So in an attack like Miner, where I force quit in 3 seconds, that doesn't help me. Sen is definitely a one-of-one male genes. I'm glad that this game is holding such a big threat to the human population. True. Crops understands. Sen isn't just your average male. He's #1 on the Clan Capital leaderboard. He's .0001 in Clan Capital trophies. Not many people can say that in this world. Two-shot peak is greater than labor pain. He knows what's up. When Elon Musk's data centers in space finally take over, he'll have a space at the king's table. Do you prefer a kick or a punch or a dog collar? Spike just sent a message while he's attacking. He better be serious. Oh no. Alright, cover your eyes. Alright, let's go with let's just do another Sparky. He's a CC player, so he must prefer a shot caller. I thought the people who like shot callers are political commentators on Twitch of the left-wing variety. Let's do this here. I'm not a political commentator yet. I haven't gone into the shot caller meta. Do this. Deployment's a bit of an issue, but looks like things are going down. You should put on a shot collar and use it whenever you fail a peek. You know, that I could do that, but that's kind of pointless because I never fail a peek anyways. So, like, why would I buy a shot collar that I'm never gonna use? So while I understand you're turning the gears in your brain here, you've missed a key. You've missed a key point in the logic. You know how like those AI tools kind of mess up with human logic? Like there's that famous example when someone asked the AI chatbot, if I need to travel 50 feet to the car wash, should I get there by car or should I get there by foot? And then the AI chatbot walks there by foot. That's basically what you just did there. Like, you think it's nice having a shot collar proposal here, but you're missing the key logic that send never fails. If that makes sense. We're doing good here. How are we looking? Wait, how do you deal with this? I think you have to go with Sparky. I was thinking going minor spam, that's not a good idea. Whenever you do a rage then. What kind of rage? I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about whenever Sen misses a rage, that wouldn't happen either. Not on a Sen stream. Not here. Maybe if you went to like a home village stream, they would be missing rages all day. We all know home village players, their brains don't work as well as our brains. Like if you were to go home and tell your family that you want to be a clan capital player when you grow up, your parents would probably, your Asian parents would probably, you know, a tear would stream down their eyes. Finally, my son wants to be something with his life. But if you, in that same context, went to your parents and told them you want to be a home village player, they would probably just disown you. So that wouldn't surprise me if you're a home village player who misses your rage. But clan capital player, number one clan capital player at that doesn't happen, really. But nice try though, nice try. I know what you were doing there. It just didn't make very much sense when you take into account how talented and handsome Sen is. I don't think that's what the tears would be for. Same difference, same difference. Oh, that 4x button. Oh, that's the stuff. That is the stuff. Sen, would you rather have an Einstein-like son or a Bonnie Blue-like daughter? I mean, one of them isn't committing crimes though, right? Just saying. One of them is just playing within the confines of the rules and skirting along the edges. Alright, I think this is probably not possible, right? Yeah, this is not gonna be possible. Let's just force quit this. Spike, I give you permission to force quit that builder's workshop. That's not possible. And we'll do send 20. In Einstein's son would be your ticket out of the hood. What about me comes off as poor? Besides my clothes and my demeanor, what else about me comes off as poor and homeless? I'm a respectable gentleman. A valuable asset to society. The pride and joy of American culture. The greatest clan capital player to ever touch this game. What about me comes off as homeless and downtrodden? I just want you to answer me that. And I also want you to keep in mind that I hold all the power in this sacred domain. There are right and wrong answers, and I do hold the ban button. You live with your mom. Besides living with my parents in the attic of their home, what else about me comes off as poor? Besides what I eat, what else about me comes off as poor? Like, you're not coming up with coherent arguments here. Your case is dismissed. Alright, let's do this. The dog? No, that's the opposite. Dogs are expensive, man. Like raising dogs for 17 years. Obviously, I wasn't the one paying for it, but like people who own dogs, they usually have a little bit more money. Not a lot more, but a little more. Alright, I dropped that giant closer to the wall just to tank that Inferno Tower. Now the wall is open on the left corner, so I'm hoping the Sparky walks all the way around. Sparky, why do you have to take that pathing? I swear to God, girl. She was hugging that wall in that Inferno Tower range as long as she could. Sparky, no, 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 stop, stop. Sparky, no. I don't want to talk about that rage. Son, you're disgusting. Oh my God. If I close out of this game, I think I can safely pretend like this one didn't happen. How did I get this dog, by the way, Sen? Did you ask your parents to get one? So this was like back in 2nd grade. I didn't ask for a dog, but my sister did. One of my older sisters asked to get a dog. And so we had, well, my mom was like, you guys are so irresponsible. You guys can't handle a dog. And so we had like a little test. I'm out of attacks anyways, but we had a little test where we got hermit crabs to raise. So like we had 10 hermit crabs, and if we could keep them alive for, I don't know, it was like a month or so, then we could get a dog. To like show that we were responsible enough to have a dog. So each of my sisters got like 3 hermit crabs, and then I got like 2 hermit crabs. And we just had to keep some of them alive. by the end of the trial. I'm just saying. But my two were the hermit crabs that lived. Theirs died instantly. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm goated, but he's goated. You walk naked as another sign of homelessness? Okay, calm down there, alright. Alright, chat. We don't discriminate against income around here. We only discriminate against intelligence, which is why we're racist towards Battle. No, not Battles, Blackwing. I'm sorry, Battles. I didn't mean to confuse your name with Blackwing. That's like the worst kind of insult if you're here. I wouldn't do that to you. Not intentionally, at least. Alright, let's try to get a Wizard Bomb first hit. I don't know if you can get a good attack without a Wizard Bomb. Maybe you can. We'll do a barrel down south for the giant. This, 3 giants, this. Let's go with this. Son of siblings? I do. What happened to the crabs afterwards? They died like almost immediately. But I passed the trial. That's why we have a dog today. We don't have to talk about what happened to them afterwards. We just need to know that they lived, and then that was good enough. Okay, can you guys not do this with your traps? Like, this is honestly just disrespectful. Like, I don't appreciate it. Alright. Well, okay. That was a hard Wizard Bomb to get off just because there was so many big defenses around, but we were able to get it down. Sparky is still decently healthy. The Wizard Chains should be able to soften up that bomb tower for a one-shot. Oh, whatever. Spirit Thrower goes down. Sparky should get a couple more chains in the middle here. And that is a successful mission. Sen acting like he didn't deep fry those crabs. So the reason why my crabs lived and my sister's died was because my crabs were bigger than theirs. Like, real talk. Like, my crabs were bigger and they didn't have, like, color on their shells. It's kind of messed up what humans do with some of the hermit crabs, though. Like, if you paint the shells of the hermit crab, they will live shorter lives. And so, like, I had big hermit crabs that weren't painted over. So I didn't treat them any differently, but they just lived till the end. We didn't cook them for dinner. We kept them alive as long as we could. But they don't live long in a tank. Fast forward button. Sam, would you rather have a rushed home village son or a minor spammer CC daughter? You're asking me, would I rather have a daughter who spams minors or Home Village Rush Sun? Listen, if you're playing Home Village, I already don't treat you as my own. If you play Home Village, like you're the kid who's not getting college tuition paid. You're the kid who's getting kicked out by age 18. All right, so of course we take the CC daughter. Is that even a question? Like, come on now. Stop throwing me easy balls here. Helen Keller can minor spam as well. Everyone knows that all CC players are superior no matter what medical conditions they have. As long as you play Clan Capital and not Home Village, there is hope for you and your future. Can't say the same about the Home Village players though. And definitely not the same about the builder-based players. Listen, if you come home, if my son comes home and tells me he's playing Home Village, I'll probably look at him with disgust. Like, I won't look at him the same way. But if my son comes home and tells me he's playing builder base, that's no son of mine. I don't know that person anymore. There are levels. There are levels to the game. Ten builder-based players are disappointed by this. They're not disappointed by this. They know it as well as I do. They aren't respectable people. Society doesn't have a place for them. This world is only big enough for Clan Capital Gaming. Sen, can you please clear Sen 17? Anyone just failed peek? I'll see. Sen, reveal your chest hair. I have never been able to grow chest hair, which is probably a good thing. I think chest hair in the modern day is generally seen as bad and annoying. Like, I do not grow any hair. Like, this is my arm and I have never shaven. I don't know if you can see that. I have been blessed with a lack of hair, but my matchmaking has not been blessed at all this week. Oh, here we go. Goblin Mines. Golem Quarry is cooked. Wait, where are these cans coming from, actually? Oh, there's nothing to start. This is max, so that's bad. Alright, we'll try Goblin Mines and probably call it. Sen is always biased towards himself. Aren't we all biased to ourselves, though? R/13 and that was deep. I just know that Even if we set aside biases, even if we only look at the objective metrics, like clan capital trophies, clan capital position, your sparky talents, even on those metrics, I'm the superior human being. Oh no. Not on that lightning spell though. Bro, that wizard griefed me. It wasn't me, Your Honor, it wasn't me. Your Honor, I'm innocent. Okay, that one didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. That one did not happen. You know, that wasn't a default, that was just a modified Goblin Mines. So it's natural to fail those. Alright, we're gonna wrap up this stream on the previous attack, which was a W. But man, Balloon Sky's matchmaking is actually really rough this week. Alright, we'll try to bring it back tomorrow, where we'll be doing more attacks over at this clan. Usually the Saturday streams is a lot of running around doing peaks, but Sunday streams is where we lock in. We get our 1.83 cap, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Gosh darn it. Is the peak at least doable here? Okay, yeah, this is pretty doable. Signing up for now, though. Golden Quarry is probably not. This is cooked. Yeah, it's cooked. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's Sen 17? Global chat is here. Well, I've already done VicX for this week, so that's a reject, and we'll come back tomorrow. No art today. Yeah, I have to get back to doing art. But we'll see. We'll see. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming out. We'll be more locked in for tomorrow. You have your own server, Sen? That is right. That is right.